Testing. Mic check. Everybody hear me okay? We Gucci.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody, welcome to episode number 41 of the Longhouse Gaming Podcast. Well, we're gonna chop it up. We got some good ass topics, man. Yesterday shit was just flying off the handle. It's like topic after topic after topic. I was like, let's go, baby. We're gonna be ready for Tuesday. As y'all can see, we got Mr. Iron Lord himself of the realm, Lord Cognito. What's up, big dog?
What's going on, Viking? What's going on? I'm in the realm of the Longhouse. Let's go. Skelly got the vibes. Nova's got the vibes. It's a thing right now, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Definitely long overdue.
Yes.
And, we had to make it happen. It's a great week. Tons of topics. Gaming is popping right now. There's tons of stuff to talk about. But I appreciate the invite. Good to see everybody in the realm. MJ Dog, I see you, young Dre. I see y'all. I'm pulling up. Let's get in there. Get in the front of the congregation. We're about to get started.
Man. We about to get it started, boy.
Yes, sir.
So I see some familiar names up in here. We got Vic the motherfucking Click. What's popping, baby? And then Solid White, Isaac Hayes, Stone King, William Riggs. Oh, it's popping in here already.
Yes, sir.
Yago Padro. He said, let's get it.
Ow.
Madman Mo. Nova, Scale, how y'all doing, man? Y'all doing all right?
Man, doing fantastic out here.
I'm doing well. I cannot complain.
All right, cool, man. Well, y'all know how we do it around here at the Longhouse. We're going to go ahead and get this jam session started. I'm feeling energetic today. I'm feeling kind of live today. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get those computers puting. You know?
We on that kid.
Hey, Longhouse. Hey. What we doing, baby? We got some good old-fashioned topics, baby. Hey, Black Viking, I'm not wilding out here with John Wolf. You better keep it to yourself, baby. Yeah. We got a nice little blog post from Zuck himself. He said, you know what we about to do with the Horizon OS? We're gonna let all these other people Zuck it off. You feel me?
You do the most.
we gonna put it everywhere. If you want to build it, you can build it. What else we got? Oh, and Xbox collabing with them for like a little limited edition joint. Oh boy, we gonna talk about it. It's gonna be a nice little discussion. And then we got whose topic was that? Was Nova's topic, right? Nova, you had the VR, right? And then Scale was like, "Hey, I've been playing this Helldivers too. I heard they having some preliminary talks about bringing it over to the green side." They said, more money. Hiroki Totoki probably ain't playing. He said, I want the cash, baby. ROI is looking spooky. We need the money. Speaking of spooky, we got Embracer not being embracing. They over here splitting it up. Every time we see them in the headlines, there's something crazy going on. I don't know who is running the show over there, but Jiminy Crickets, we're going to talk about it. Mm-hmm. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an Iron Lord's Longhouse collab right here. We going to get it in, baby. Shout out to the 76 people watching us so far. Right at the beginning, baby. Right at the beginning. Peace out, motherfuckers. All right, man.
That one.
Me too. I need some new beats though. It's just so hard because you know what? We go to a site, Cog, and we download them, right? We pay for them, and then sometimes we just get that, monetization joint, and then we find out somebody in India made a song with it.
Oh, bro,
you know,
I feel that pain. You go fall into the red tape, try to get the paperwork signed, everything done. Here they come. Try to hate with the monetization.
It's nuts, man. It's nuts. Delilah HD, I see you, girl.
What's up, sis?
Speaking of Delilah, man, the whole EWG is going to be joining us on Thursday.
Ooh.
The whole gang.
Oh, we got grown women in here.
Yes.
Mhm.
The whole gang is gonna join us, man, and that's gonna be good because you know what? Because they like talking Xbox. I like talking Xbox.
That is true.
And Microsoft has their quarterly reports, their earnings report that Thursday. So there's gonna be a lot to talk about on that day. Yeah. So good timing all around. So Cog, what we do on the show, man, we go around the room talking about what you've been playing and watching. Supernova, I'll go ahead and start with you, man. What you've been playing and watching?
What I've been watching, finally finished the Fallout series, which I told y'all about inside the green room. Amazing show, by the way. So if y'all haven't checked that out in the chat, definitely go check that out, man. I know we done talked about it a billion times, so you probably have. As far as what I've been playing, today is the release date of Tales of Kinzera Zao. So I'm back on there.
Saw that interview. Very proud of y'all, Longhouse.
Yeah.
Very proud.
Oh, thank you, man.
I like what I saw. Brothers elevating.
If you're in chat and you haven't seen that review just yet, man, definitely go check out the review in the video section, man. Powerful. Sure. So besides that, been playing some Apex Legends, hop back on that with the homies. Played a little bit in and X Defiant, man. Played some of that.
How's that?
This past week. Actually, it's pretty solid, man.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool like arena-based shooter. It's dope, man. I like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I heard it's like COD with operators.
Yeah, so you got like little, attachments here and there that you can throw on and utilize during the game, and it's pretty dope, dude.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Did they keep it open longer than 12 hours?
Yeah, it was open. Nah, they had it open the whole weekend, man.
All right.
I wish they would have had it open. I wish they would have kept it open a little longer on Sunday though, because I wanted to come in and play it on Sunday, and they had just closed it down.
So. Okay, because they messaging be crazy, boy.
It is.
Speaking of Tales of Kinzera, guys, if you are a member of the Longhouse Gaming Podcast, I will be randomly selecting members who are in the chat. I'll be giving away 3 codes of your preferred platform of Tales of Kinzera Zao. Out of my own pocket. These ain't come from the publisher, nothing like that. I just saw some some craziness go on online about the release, and I was like, you know what? If I see one more of these kind of tweets, I'm going to go ahead and spread the love. So
I saw you outside. You was in the streets, bro. I saw you.
So somebody said codes for what? Codes for Tales of Kinzera Zao. Kinzera. Yeah. So yeah, he said he couldn't hear. Yeah, for Zao. Yes. It's gonna be dope. I do not know what currency that is. Y'all gonna have to help me.
Not either.
I'm not sure. At least saw for that.
I'm usually really good with these kind of things, but so Swiss franc. Okay. All right. Well, let me get to that really quick before we go on to. We got 48 Swiss franc from Diago Padro. He said, "Offer 2 Zao games on me. People out here criticizing the game about its culture. Meanwhile, OnlyFans, the only thing they nurture. Let's celebrate Tales of Kinzera while they talk about it on Reset Era." Listen, hey, that's beautiful, man. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, so what's been going on, man? If y'all haven't seen, there's like forced diversity and stuff. And my kickback to them, because, Sweet Baby, whatever your feelings are about them, whatever, but they helped with the game in some capacity, and they're claiming all this forced diversity stuff. How can a man with African heritage create an African game starring an African cast be forced diversity? I'm sorry, blood. Bro, you're wilding. But thank you so much for that. And then we got another one. So what is for how? What's the?
I think you have to blow. I think that's 50 some 52 60.
Oh, I got to blow the horn for that. I'm sorry, Vic. You're gonna have to wait. I'm about to reverse Zuck this thing, right? Okay.
Let's go.
Oh, that started off weak. Hold on.
We gotta get that going. There we go. There we go. Bring me along. There we go.
How to get them lungs right. You feel me? Tight Al.
He did.
All right, Vic motherfucker click. He says, I don't know what's in the water, but the replies you are getting was wild. Yeah, bro. Listen. I'm tired. I'm tired of it, to be honest. I knew it was going to get out of hand when the whole thing first started. But it's just gone too far, man. It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
All right, Scale. What you been playing, watching, reading?
We got a member in there too.
Oh, do we? Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Where at?
I see Big Mad Mo.
Mm-hmm.
I see another 2, but I don't see
that one.
Oh, okay, got you.
Yo.
Oh, it didn't start. Oh, it did start. Okay. Big Mad Mo, he says, shout out to the crew for getting Lord Beefy, aka the Shinobi, aka Lord Cognito. Keep up the great work and also great review for Tales of Kenzera Zal. Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Nice.
And thanks for being a member, man, for 1 month, man. That's love, bro. Anything that we listen, if y'all don't know anything, any monies that we get, point blank, until the 5th of December, all of it is going to be used to purchase all kinds of gaming stuff for our local Boys and Girls Club and the people and the kids that go there. So we's working for free, baby, all year long, round the clock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
Cool. I knew this too. I knew whenever I see victim of like it's a $2 chat, I know it's just some
You already knew what it was.
Yeah, the blow master. Okay. All right. I got you. All right. Cool. Thanks for the 2, man. For the kids, baby. All right, Black Scale. What you been playing and watching, man?
As far as playing, been playing Valorant, of course, getting the rank up and down. That's how Valorant goes. It's unfortunate, but I played a game called RoboQuest over the weekend or yesterday. That game was very interesting. It's like a roguelike FPS on Game Pass. Check it out. It's actually really cool. Cell shaded features. It has a lot of onomatopoeia effects. So when it says clack clack when you're shooting and stuff like that, it's really cool. It's a cool game on Game Pass. Check it out. I think that's cool. And no rest for the wicked. Just been getting just belt to ass.
It's real outside. It's outside. Yeah.
Just giving me the work. I'm like maybe about 7 hours in, just 7 hours of pain. It's like getting attacked.
Yeah,
just getting attacked.
Hey, I'm not gonna spoil that with Black Scout. I went to this part outside the city, right? And I was like, "There's no way all this is just glistening like this." And I walk, you know what I'm talking about? And I walk over there, bro. Got demolished, bro.
I was like, this is free. I know exactly.
Yeah, I was like, there's too much glistening right here, bro. It's gonna be a trap.
I ain't been tapped like that in a while. I was so happy to pick that up too. I was like, I'm not trying to spoil either.
Yes, sir.
Part though, but it's a good game. I'm actually enjoying it. It's a real Souls like. It's difficult for sure, but it's fun. It's good. Beautiful too as well. It's a beautiful game. As far as watching, I've been watching a show called Sugar. It's an Apple TV show. It's about a private detective who looks for people. Colin Farrell. I'm really enjoying it so far. It has like a noir type of feel, if you're aware about that and stuff. But it's like an homage to movies in a lot of ways. I'm digging it. I'm like 2 episodes in, so that's what I've been. That and X-Men '97. Oh my god, I got caught up on that, bruh.
It's so good.
Bro, I love it. It makes me remember why I love X-Men. Like I forgot. I've only seen like the live action for so long that I forgot why I even like X-Men.
Yeah.
And this is reminding me. And it's like, I think it's made for us because like it just seems real like serious kind of, but it's still,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know if the new generation is gonna like it, but this, if it's for us, it's for us thing. And then you get to see them with snapbacks and just
Updated. Updated. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I was like, this is amazing. So I've been watching, I'm all caught up on that. So yeah, X-Men 97 is heat for sure.
Yeah, that's cool. Before I get to you, Cog, I got some super chats that they're for you. You know what I'm saying? So we got Gamsley in the house. He says, Cog, welcome to the best cast ever.
Shout out to Gamesley. Salute.
Yeah, man. And thanks for the Canadian two.
Yeah.
And then Black Ronin says, don't be using campaign funds on mistresses. This is for the kids.
I said you misappropriating the funds. What's going on out here? What are you doing? That's not like a scandal.
We are very transparent with you. Yeah, shout out to the Longhouse podcast connected with Lord Cognito. Throw up the fist.
Salute.
I got you, brother. Thank you, man. And then my boy Gamsley out here gifting 5 Longhouse. I know what he's doing.
You know what he's doing.
I know what he's doing.
What he doing? What he up to?
He trying to see what that mouth do.
Oh! All right, see what type of show it's gonna be. Longhouse.
Coming in hot on Tuesday.
I get it now.
Oh shit! All right, here we go.
That was solid too.
That was for you, Gamsley. Appreciate that. He gifted that to Spartan 661, Black Cardi, Bobby Sai, Jonathan B, and Skywalker UH1.
Salute.
That's what's up, man. Appreciate that, Gamsley. 100%.
Thank you.
And shout out to the 163 people that are watching. Got about 100 from YouTube, and the rest are on Twitter. If y'all on Twitter, y'all come over here. Come on over here. Enjoy come to the chat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, drop us a like real quick.
Yeah, extra click. That's all it is. One little extra click. Be right in the chat.
That's right. Yeah, and if y'all in here just picking up what we're putting out so far, just hit that like, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate it. Now, Cog, what you've been busy.
I've been busy.
But have you been playing or watching anything as of late?
Yeah. Let's start with the watching. I got a shout out to the homie King David.
Yeah,
he been on me because he know I'm old school. I'm stubborn. So I'm like with the anime, like I never really kind of took to a lot of the newer animes. So I'm so old school. I'm like Ninja Scroll. I'm old school, right? So I'm like, you know, I'm in my old man, like I don't really be feeling these new joints. You know what I'm saying? So like he like, Cog, they got one. They got this one for you. Got it. He's like, yo, Ninja Kamui. And I'm like, I'm gonna get to it. And I ain't gonna hold you. Like 6 episodes in, and I'm just like, yo, this I'm feeling this. I'm really feeling the vibe. It's a cool stylistic, thing. It's a unique take on ninjutsu, which I kind of like, but with still a lot of classic tropes that I'm accustomed to that still keeps it somewhat grounded. Okay. But yeah, the fights are crazy, stylistic. So I caught up on that. Obviously, like Nova, obviously did the Fallout series, of course. You know what I'm saying? Did a little rewatch, did a spoiler cast with the LSM boys. But yeah, as far as the game, so much. Right now, we're in such a crazy time where it's like I have a whole bunch of half-eaten sandwiches that I got to finish. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many games. So it started, initially, let me get I'm a Final Fantasy 7 dude. Let me get the Rebirth joint going. But then I got sidetracked because Maddie was telling me, like, yo, Dragon's Dogma. And I never played Dogma before. And I did like the idea of the pawn system. I'm like, oh, that sounds kind of cool. And they rock with you, they work with you, they do all this stuff. And then we had Fonz on, he was telling me about it. And I think it was K. Asante was telling me as well. So I downloaded. Yo, I started getting into this thing, man. I made me a rogue. Yo, and then what I didn't realize is as you level up, you can make variants. So now I got this thing called like a Mystic Spearhand, who's a combination of a magic user and like, bro, the game, the battles,
They did their big one on that one, man.
Yes.
Like, they did for real.
Definitely loving that. So I've been doing that. Obviously, like Scully said, I was rocking a part of that early access for No Rest for the Wicked, and quickly learned that I was not ready for the smoke on no level. On no level. You thought you was gonna go in there and you thought you was gonna be flying, parrying. Nope, you getting lumped upside the head a lot of times. But it's such a beautiful game. I mean, it's Moon Studios. It's just that art style. A little weird with the creative character though. The arms look like Popeye. Little long, little weird. But what's crazy?
Strong.
Extra foot. Everybody's forearm day. Everybody's forearm day on that shit. But when you watch the cinematics, I'm like, yo, it fits. It looks proportionate for some reason. So they got one. I love the response from their community as far as the patches and getting that going. And then kind of the rest is the usual from actually got to shout out Nova again because of the success of how hype I was for watching the Fallout series. That made me say, okay, I gotta play something in the Wastelands. So I actually do on 76.
Oh, you was part of the
everybody.
I couldn't do it. Because what it was I was like, all right, 4 I want to do. That was my first choice. But the patch wasn't. I remember the patch was gonna. The 25th is when we get the patch for the next
for 4.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I really want to do 4, but I was like, God, you gotta be real. You never even jumped in 76 when all the hoopla was going on and it was looking like a slideshow. And Todd, they was throwing tomatoes at Todd.
Yeah,
you didn't even. So I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna hold you. I had a decent experience. Shout out to my man Anchor V. Like, the engine completely smooth. They actually got apparently all the things they have now, they didn't have in the beginning. NPCs, a kind of cohesive story. You know, obviously VATS is different because VATS, you can't really do it in real time, but they have it in their own special way. But I ain't gonna front, like, to see, and the community is crazy. I mean, as soon as you come out the vault, people are like, yo, I got you. What do you need? Like, they are so happy for this influx of players. They hooking you up. And the game is giving you a ton of free stuff. So shout out to that. And last but not least, of course, y'all know me as the Destiny guy. Destiny kind of popping right now. You know what I'm saying? We feeling ourselves. Our numbers is up. You know what I'm saying? You know, we hype. You know, we back to talking like we proud of the game again. You know what I'm saying? Even though we was going through it. You know what I'm saying? But I mean,
your girl shaved her armpits.
Exactly.
It was good.
That fresh cut. You try to act brand new. I'm trying to act brand new right now. But, no, it's definitely it's cool to see. One thing about Bungie, say what you. I know they're not for everybody. Destiny's not for everybody. I get it, but it's cool to see when their back is to the wall, that when they are actually listening to the community and giving them everything we always wanted. So yeah, Onslaught is cool. We get ready for final shape. I think they dropped the trailer today. But yeah, that's been pretty much it. It's been all that. Still more stuff Tekken, but it's so many games, bro. It's just so many.
There's a lot. And then speaking on Destiny, like I used to play Destiny a lot. But I fell off. There were some things that I didn't really like my weapons going away, like the whole vault shit, and I was like, I'm paying for this DLC to get this, and then 2 DLCs later, it's gone.
It's gone.
But I still bought. I think I've played every expansion though, but I just do that, finish the story, and I'm gone.
Yeah, you good.
Whatever, right? So, but like when this new one drops, because I know there's like some stuff in there now that you can do, but when the new one drops, when the new one drops, which is in June, I believe. I'm a hop back in there.
No doubt, no doubt. We can get you in there, man. Get help us get our numbers up so they don't get the board taken over by Sony. You got to do it for the culture. You got to save Bungie.
Oh man, no, Bungie did that shit to themselves. Kinda.
You're right. I can't even hold you.
Yeah, that's cool though, man. I'm looking forward to getting back into some Destiny. Let me get this really quick before I get to mine. Alvin with the 10. What's up, Playboy? He said, I'm on a long shift right now. Appreciate the Longhouse for helping me get through it. Also, Cog, these hunters and titans think Prismatic gonna help them catch up. But the Warlock reign is forever. Hey, listen, it's Hunter Gang all day.
Ooh, the hunters is outside. Okay, I see what it is. I see what it is.
My secondary though is a warlock though, so that's cool.
Still got that scholar.
But Titans can eat shit.
Oh, that was smoke. That was smoke.
Hunters go crazy. I love hunters, man. Warlock is cool too.
Very skilled class, the hunters.
Yeah. As far as what I've been playing, man, I had to play like 3 more hours of Tales of Khazar because I had beat it, and then I had to do the review, and I was like, "Fuck!" Like all my captured footage that I did have was garbage because I was using AMD. Their relive stuff, and I hit up Fame from Level 1 Gaming. I was like, bro, what you use? And he was like, just use OBS. It's one button, you done. Yeah. And I was like, all right, cool. So I downloaded OBS and I had to play like the beginning portion, like 4 more hours, so I can get footage of stuff so I could do the review. Boy, that shit. Reviews ain't no joke, bro. Golly.
Yeah,
they are not. And then no rest for the wicked, man. It's you guys was talking about the art style, like with the characters, how they look or whatever. It reminds me, it's like a mix between like the lighting and stuff of Ori, but Caroline too, for some reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like it just mixes so fucking and Odessa is my spirit animal. I swear to God. She's so fucking cool every time she pops up on screen, bro, which hasn't been much yet, but she's so fucking cool. So I can't wait to dive deeper into that. And watching, I finished Dune 2. Y'all here, tell me if y'all can hear me out. I don't know who in here knows anything about psilocybin or mushrooms or anything. I think that whole show is centered around mushrooms. No, because listen, you got the spice, right? I'm not spoiling anything. The spice, that's like the what you call them shits that come out of them, the spores, right? You have the worms, right? Which maggots and stuff are around mushrooms all the time and stuff like that, right? There's a blue thing in there. Psilocybin is blue, right? And then you have like these shamanesque people, right? And I think that shit's all. I'm about to go. I gotta look that up. I think it's all about mushrooms.
You do it the science. I like that.
I think I'm
on something there.
Yeah, I was saying I'm not mad at that.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and start digging into some of these topics, man. And Nova, yours is up first. So why don't you set us up with it, man?
Yeah, man. Shout out to Tom Warren of The Verge. They reported that Microsoft is teaming up with Meta once again to create a limited edition Meta Quest VR headset that's inspired by Xbox, right? So not of Xbox, but quote unquote inspired by Xbox. CEO Mark Zuckerberg says this version of the headset that is being teased comes out of the box with the Xbox controller and Game Pass, so you can immediately just start playing on a big screen anywhere you go. This is kind of like a continued partnership from the end of last year when it was reported that the Xbox Cloud Gaming app beta landed on the MetaQuest store. So you know, some of the Xbox people were able to get a hold of their Game Pass and all those games, in your catalog. So I'm going to toss it to you first, Cog. What is this signifying for this type of partnership, this continued partnership? And is this something that they're doing to kind of boost the Game Pass for Xbox?
Yeah, man, it's really exciting. Obviously, formerly being at Meta and seeing what they continue to do is interesting because, I was part of that pilot in that program to actually beta test from the initial Quest 2 and the Quest Pro Xbox Game Pass on the device. And one of the things I wanted to do immediately was really stress test it, because obviously there's certain games we know that really do well with as far as like cloud gaming and stuff like that. But there's certain games that stress it, like FPS and that 1-to-1 kind of ratio with first person shooter. But I remember I sat there and I kind of like configured the screen on my headset, on my device, and then I remember saying, I'm going to do Infinite. I want to do Infinite multiplayer. I'm gonna try to break this. You know what I'm saying? Kind of thing. So I got my controller and I'm getting it in, and I was really impressed. I'm like, if this is the early stages, and again, Quest 3 wasn't out at the time. The only thing was Pro. I was very impressed. So what it showed me is, one, because we saw Satya Nadella come out and initiate that partnership as far as Game Pass, where it works for Xbox. They want Game Pass on every screen. They want it on every device, right? Yeah. So virtual reality is something that I actually never faulted Xbox for not diving 100% in, because to me, the focus was always on games, getting your library up, making your platform the best it could be with this service that you're now promoting forefront, which is Game Pass. Game Pass to me is kind of the platform now. So it made sense. And then with Meta, they're always looking to expand. And I think what they announced today was very interesting, because they're allowing the OS to go on other hardware, to merge with other people. That's significant. And I think what Zuck said also something that's like, every version of this headset that who they partner with is going to be specialized. So for Xbox, it will be, like you said, with the controller Nova, it will be, it will have some gaming centric hardware tendencies that's going to synergize with that. That's exciting. They even talk about things for people with fitness and stuff like that. So I think the long game for Meta is probably looking at, obviously, not having an open situation where the walled garden is coming. I think this is the reality everybody has to accept. This is even with console gaming. The walled gardens are slowly coming down. And we're starting to see that. And these guys want money. And it's a race to who can kind of maximize that revenue. And I know Google's kind of half in, half out, but Meta's looking at them and they're like, hey, if we got our OS with these other hardware manufacturers and we can generate revenue, why not? So yeah, this is a very interesting partnership for me personally. Of course, I'm going to get the device, the sleek black with the green, even though it was a mock-up. Nice. It looked kind of nice.
It looked nice. Yeah.
It looked nice.
To your point, Cog, you said that the walled gardens are coming down. They're also being regulated now.
Yes.
Like if you take a point, like look at the EU. What they're doing with Apple and their phones and the stores and stuff. I think they're just everybody is getting ahead of it. They know because what's going to happen in the EU is going to sweep across and just come. It's going to come here eventually. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the bet a lot of them are making, right? And if you are proactive in having your device, your OS, your software on different hardware, if these walled gardens come down with all this litigation, who's going to be in position to take advantage of it, right? Meta and Microsoft. So these are the bets these companies are taking. It's a very interesting time right now when you see these type of announcements.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. So I'm going to toss it to you next, Viking. The same question. And also, could you further expound upon what you think about the this OS as well?
The Horizon OS?
Yes.
I mean, I haven't played with the 3. The MetaQuest 3, but
neither
the 2 though. I mean, I liked it, bro. I remember when I first got it. We got it for Christmas. We got it for like the whole family, and I was setting it up and everything, and then I was like, you know what? Let this be the gift that we open up a couple days early, and everybody can play or whatever. And I looked at Alyssa. She was playing. She looked at me, and I was like, can we go get another one? Because like the store was about to close. It was Christmas Eve, and I was like, all right, bet. So we drove up and we got another one, man. Because it was fantastic, man. And my main game on there was Poker Stars. Poker Stars was so much. It's so funny, bro.
You're real in Poker Stars too.
Yeah, it's just so funny, man. As far as like when I read the blog post and then listened to Zuck a little bit, one thing that interested me a lot was like the first 3 partners, right? So like you have Asus, Lenovo, and then Xbox. I think Asus is more interesting in a way because they said they're going to build a performance gaming headset, meaning probably getting rid of all the bloat that's behind her the OS and just make it strictly about gaming, which I'm very interested to see. Lenovo is like, what's it, peripherals? I ain't write that shit down. Lenovo was doing something with the headset. I forgot though. And then you have the Xbox partnership, which like didn't they say they was just going to add a controller and then like make it what I want to see, man, and I don't know if this is going to work though. You know how like whenever you have it attached to the PC, did you guys do that? It's not called AirLink. It's called
no.
Is it called AirLink?
No, you got it. It's AirLink. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. But the one to where I thought AirLink was the Wi-Fi or the Bluetooth, the Wi-Fi one.
Yeah, it's Wi-Fi, but it still allows you to connect to your PC, so you can do like Steam games for the guys that want to do like Half-Life Alyx and stuff that's not natively on the MetaQuest store. Got you.
But I used it for flight sim all the time for my PC, but it had to be plugged in USB-C to USB-C. And unfortunately, because my idea was like, fuck, this would be so cool if I could plug this into my Xbox, right, and run everything natively from there. So instead of me watching or playing a game on my 65-inch, I now have the theater natively running natively, right? Which would be so fucking dope. But I don't know if they can change that to where it can go into, because it's still USB 3.0, right? Or 3.2 that's on the Xbox, but it's not USB-C. So I don't know if the bandwidth would be able to handle that, unfortunately. But still, an AirLink thing would be really cool, so I could play. Did you try that, Cog, whenever you tested it? Did you try to what's it called? Go on the what's the shit called for Xbox where I use it on my ROG all the time, where you can play not natively but over the cloud. You can connect to your Xbox,
like the browser streaming, or like which
you're streaming from your Xbox, kind of like what the Portal does.
Oh, I see what you say. Yeah. That functionality I didn't test specifically, but I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean.
So I don't know if that's already out there, but I would like to see something like that to where it works a lot better. So I think that would be super tight. But the most interesting part to me is having all these developers or all these manufacturers build their own. I mean, they said, you know what? Because I fucking love. I'm sorry, I'm going on a tangent here. I fucking love Zuckerberg because first of all, they kind of crushed the PSVR 2 because that shit had to be tethered. Meta was like, no, ours is untethered, and you can tether it and make it more powerful. You can connect it to whatever you want to. It's great. PSVR 2 had great games. It looked good. The hardware was good, but it was expensive as shit, and it had to be tethered. None of your PSVR 1 games transferred over. It was a whole thing, right? Yeah. Which made it very unattractive to some people. And then Apple released theirs, and theirs is like 3,000 bones, right? Right. And they just announced today that they're cutting production because people aren't wanting it.
Yeah. I think people want it, but I don't think people can afford it.
That price. No. That price point is crazy, right? But this was happening whenever what Zuck did. Whenever all the Kumbaya shit was happening, like 4 games going over or whatever, and then this is unrelated, but everybody's like, where's this competitive energy? We we need to see that Matt Booty from the FTC trial and all this other stuff, right?
Spread him out of business.
Right.
That energy.
And then Zuck went live talking ass shit about the Apple Vision Pro.
He was in his bag.
I was like, we need this energy, bro. But no, shout out to, I need to give Zuck his flowers for the Meta, because I think they've done everything right, probably besides the name change. We'll get over that, I'm sure.
Mama call it Oculus, it's gonna be Oculus to me always. I was there when I got hired. I was there when it was Oculus. It didn't change like maybe 3 to 4 months after.
Oh, really?
And I was just like, oh man, I still got the Oculus hoodie though. I don't care.
Got that limited edition.
Got that limited. You know what I'm saying? But to add on to your point before we move on, is just that you're making a good point, Viking. It says that I have to give it to them as far as the commitment to the actual platform, the games, and the first party studios, things of that nature. And I tell people all the time, like, people have to try Asgard's Wrath 2. That is a killer app. That is literally a killer. So they had the software. They learned their lesson from the Pro. The Oculus Pro. Don't outprice yourself, right? You know what I'm saying? You get in that $500 to $300 range, right? And to your point, being untethered, being wireless is huge. Because again, I got the PSVR 2, and that was one of my main nitpicks. I'm always cognizant of this wire that I gotta, I might, trip over is gonna be, connected to it, and then you can run it independently of a PS5. That's the thing with the Quest. I think that all that extra functionality, and then Skelly said it best too, back compat. Having that entire library of Quest 1, Quest 2 games coming with you is huge in a genre that's trying to establish itself. And I think, they made some key mistakes. You already see now PSVR 2 trying to backtrack and kind of now make some form of PC connectivity now.
Right.
Yeah, because they went so exclusive, and I think it may have backfired on them. And the software just hasn't been there. But salute the Meta. They've been consistent in the space.
So if we can see what Meta's been doing, like to me, they've dominated the VR space for some time, like now. And we could see, I would guess I would call them the market leader. I've seen the charts, the market leader of VR, and they're saying they're going to open up. It leads to software is king, and everybody's gonna be opening up. So
about that revenue, bro.
So those are my thoughts, Nova.
Yeah, because they have a good product at the right price point. You know what I mean? And they really did a good job when it came to separating like your Facebook account from the Quest account.
Yeah. That was another mistake.
I worked on that. I worked on that. I got this.
Really?
That was me. I was on them. I said, you guys have to separate. I don't want my government name Facebook account associated with my gaming persona. No. They didn't understand it because I was like, no hardcore gamer is going to buy your device. So I was part of that Horizon initiative. I'm very proud of that one. I'm glad you said that. That was the only thing. When I was there, I could put my stamp on that. I fought tooth and nail in those meetings. You have to remove that. Gamers cannot stand it. And last point, I know I interrupted you, but the other thing with Xbox that I like is that even though people are like, Xbox, you need to be on VR, you need to be on. This is a perfect way for them to dip their toe.
Yes.
They see success. They don't have to do the heavy lifting. Let's just say it pops off. Maybe that inspires them to do a little bit more with integration with a flight simulator or whatever. Who knows what could happen, because it's a low risk, high reward kind of situation if it pops off. So I think it's interesting strategy by both of these companies.
Yeah, because like you could say they put the Surface team. It's like, we don't have to do the software portion. We've been struggling doing, like, they have it down packed. We'll just partner with them. We'll get our Surface team to work on a headset or whatever, and then there we go. Or we can just partner with Asus, right? And be like, hey, make sure it has this kind of integration into our Xbox. And then there you go. Like, it's much less risk for them to dip their toes in, like you said. But go ahead though. Sorry.
But no, man, you're good, man. Like, to be honest, like, thank you again for that, Cog, because that was one thing that kept me off the headset for a while, because I take periodic breaks from social media, you know what I mean? So there's been a lot of times I very rarely get on Facebook at all today, so I didn't want to have to keep that activated just to play a headset and have all these things connected. I just wanted to play some video games on my video gaming device, right? So thank you again for that. If you have, since you have part of that. But I'm gonna go ahead and toss it to you next, Skell. So what do you think about this ongoing partnership? We've gone from the cloud gaming app at the end of last year to this new collaborative effort on a Xbox-like device coming from Meta. What do you think about this?
I think the same things as Viking and Cog, and I agree that dipping that toe in, boy, it's just a little dip. It's a little dip. That's the best. That's like the best thing they could do. I was like, oh, that's how they're doing. They're gonna put out a special edition, and it's gonna be clean, and it's gonna come with Game Pass. It's probably gonna last like a month, hopefully more than that, maybe 30 days, hopefully a good little bit. Doesn't really matter, just to get you in. You gonna pay because you got the device now. You're going to, so it doesn't matter. They got you and a controller. I was like, I could kind of deal with that, but I just feel like that's just a good move because they don't have to face any backlash, and it looks like, hey, Xbox is cool with VR. We don't have one yet, but we're cool. All right, we cool. You know what I mean? So I like I actually like this move. I actually own one of those because of Viking. I have a MetaQuest 2, I think is what it is. Oculus 2, I have one of those. And I'm telling you, when I put that thing on, bro, I had to have been on there for like 6 hours straight. I know for sure it went from daytime to nighttime because I came out that thing and I was like, where? It's nighttime? It's what time? What's happening, bro? I was into it. And I feel like having an Xbox collab type of device will get people a good introduction into it. That'll get people wanting to get one as well, especially it's like, oh, I can use this as to play my Game Pass stuff, and I've been wanting to check it out. So it's and like y'all were saying, the wall gardens y'all hit all the points. The wall gardens being down, also that's and regulated. That's a crazy thing to go on with this, and meta being like when I tried the Quest 2, I was like, this thing is affordable. I kind of feel like this needs to be in every single household, Dusty or not. I just feel like it needs to be.
Go to Dusty, dude. They just try the games. They try the games. You had to do it like.
I'm just saying, I say that to say that's a good thing to be in every single household, no matter what. It's the one. It's like, no, I got one of those. It's like I can try, I can do it. I can do it. I got one. So I feel like that's key, and I feel like I really felt like that when I tried that on. I'm not joking. I'm like, everybody needs to try this at least one time. I was like, this is the future. I didn't feel like that's his iPad. You know what I'm saying? I was like, ooh, it's like this is the future. Yep. Future SpongeBob. But yeah, man, it's that's kind of my they pretty much they pretty much hit all the points on that. Wall garden being down is huge as well. It's coming to that, man. 2024 is just a year of exposure. I've been saying that all year. It's a year of exposure. We're getting a lot of info. We're just getting so much info, so much goodness. People being exposed, rat beef. It's just, it's good.
Feels for the smoke.
Oh my god, bro!
I say that to say I think it's a really good look for Xbox and Meta for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, and Cog, thank you again, dude. I hated getting on that thing and seeing my Facebook messages and stuff. I was like, that's not what I come on here for. I don't want to see that stuff. I don't want to communicate. I don't want it. It was putting me off. So thank you again for that. For sure.
Much love. Anything that goes on my gaming tombstone, I want that one. I was like, he at least try to make the culture better. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
Succeeded for sure.
Hey, I do want to say one thing which I find a little interesting is that, when we talk about gaming PCs, like we think Windows, right? I think that's what Meta is headed towards. Like there's like when you think about VR, you think Horizon OS. Like that's going to be no matter who, we don't give a shit who makes, you know what I mean? Who makes the hardware, right? It's just going to have our OS on there because they've invested into it, bro, and it's good. Like it's really fucking good. I haven't tried a Vision Pro yet. I'm sure that's good as well, but it's not $3,000 good, so we can move on.
I know it's not $3,000 good. I know it's not. I'm sorry. I know it's not. It can't be.
Hell yeah.
No, literally, that's what Zuck said. Exactly your words, Viking. He literally said, we are not trying to do what Apple and do a close. He took shots, bro. Yeah. He was outside. He was like, we are not.
Zuck he be on his big one. I saw
He was like, we're doing open source, open platform. This is that's the future for us. And yeah, when I saw the direct shots at Apple, I'm like, okay, I see what's going on.
Yep. He probably threw some of them EU regulators some bones too. Like,
got it.
Yeah, go ahead with this. Because I seen your Facebook DMs.
You know what you're doing on the gram too. All that's linked. What's that? All that's linked. You don't realize how much better it has behind the scenes.
That's true.
All that's that, man. WhatsApp and the gram.
But yeah, sorry for interjecting. But go ahead. No, I'm sorry.
Oh no, man, no. I see we got a couple donos. We want to get to those, or you want me to go ahead and give my closing thoughts? And then
give me your closing thoughts, and then we'll get to the super chats right after that.
Yeah, man. To me personally, I'm pretty excited about this. it took me to research this specific event to even know about the previous partnership between Meta and Xbox. You know, I didn't know that the Xbox Cloud gaming app was on the Meta Store at all. So this might actually breathe new life into the device, because I have a Meta Quest 2. I got 2 of them, one for my daughters and one for me. You know what I'm saying? And I may, if they have, is this coming out for the Meta Quest 3, this specific type?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so this may be my opportunity to upgrade to the 3. You know,
me too.
I want the 3. I do.
You feel me?
They're going to utilize all of you as data points. Will Xbox guys go out and buy this device? Right? It's a good, kind of field test to see what happens with this. And
if any Xbox people are watching, you know, the ones that work there, we would love a review copy, a review device. We will.
Please and thank you.
Listen, we will do it justice. I'll get a new camera just to shoot it. You know,
speaking into existence. I like that. Let's go.
All right, yeah. Go ahead though. Sorry.
But no, man. Overall, that's my thoughts, man. I'm happy that they're actually doing this. I'm gonna grab one. It's cool, man. We always talk about, hey, Xbox, you guys need to figure out a way to get, you know, Game Pass in people's, you know, faces and get them talking about it. And I think this is a good way to do that, actually. So shout out to them.
Indeed. All right, let me get to some of these. And then, by the way, all y'all had excellent points, man. Y'all was great.
Appreciate it.
Let me get to Mark with the 10. Says, looking forward to the partnership between Quest and Xbox. I have a Quest 3 and I've been playing Dragon Fist Kung Fu VR tournaments brackets with friends, and it's lit. I'm gonna have to write that down, Playboy. Because whenever Xbox sends us a review copy, I'm gonna play that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Get on that Demio too. That Demio is hard.
Yeah. He said Xbox games on it. It's 10 out of 10. Bro, I appreciate the 10, man. For the kids, baby. And then we got Jonathan B. Shout out to
He's killing me out here, Jonathan. You're wrong right now, bro. He's supposed to be the bro. Yeah, don't be like that.
Shout out to having man. Eric Adams on the pod as a guest. You boys really coming up. Shout out to the Iron Lords. Oh my God.
I look better than that, brother. Don't do me like that. Man. Look better than that, brother. Y'all gotta be looking old and dusty out here. Come on now. Jonathan B, I got you.
Oh my God, bro. And then shout out to you, John B, for 5. And then we got King. Xbox front line. He said, let's go, family. Cuzzle, do your thing. Xbox VR device inbound.
Oh, he outside 98%. Okay, 98%.
That's right.
Cuzzle's outside. Let's go. He's feeling himself right. Yeah, he's in a different bag right now. I can't stop him right now. He's got the glow right now. He's uncontrollable. I gotta try to bring him down a little bit. But ain't that, bro. He cooking now. What he doing?
Steady Leroy over there.
Yeah. He got the glow. He
said when he has the ingredients, he's gonna cook. Oh, you know.
And then when he got you caught it, oh man, it's funny to see it. Last week we was in rare form. I seen my cousin doing his thing.
Oh my God, bro. Love it. And then BT Maverick 707, member for 2 months. He said, just wanted to welcome the Ninja Lord Shinobi, Mr. Cognito. He's the kind of guy would help move up a 4-story building. Gang,
love. It's all gaming family.
You know what, Cog? You are like, when people think of like some of the best, I don't want to say role models, but like people to look up to, like within the gaming space, bro, your name gets thrown out there first and foremost all the time, bro.
That's love.
Which is great, bro. It's you've worked your ass off for it, right? But like, it's much love, man.
Always love. Never take it for granted. Like, that's why when we get the invite, I told me we ain't gonna work, because you know how it is. You know, some people, we get to a certain level and they feel like, hey, answer some DMs anymore. You know what I'm saying? They get you that, have your people speak to my people.
Right.
And I always want to stay grounded, because I know what that is. I know what having 5-10 people in the chat and you mad, you like, bro, you supposed to be my fan while you wasn't on the show. Like, I know that energy. So when I see, you know, brothers doing their thing, and obviously I love what y'all doing here and stuff like that, we got to support. At the end of the day, look, we all gonna have our points and opinions. Dudes gonna agree or disagree. That's natural. But at the end of the day, people gotta don't lose sight of why we do this. We love these games. We love it. You know what I'm saying? For me, that took me out the street. So I'm always gonna respect and pay homage. And I never take it for granted for people who listen and appreciate.
That's dropping bars over here. I need to get a pillow or a sign that says like bars. You know what I'm saying? Like I need that, because like I swear to God, every week, bro, somebody's on here dropping bars, and then Lord Cognito comes. He said, "I'm gonna drop this bar on you, just a quick one."
He did.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Love.
And then Bounty Wagwan. He said, if I can sign in with my gamer tag and not Facebook, and I can play this at work, I'm definitely going to get one. Enough respect to massive.
Man, hey, they want an Xbox, want to do a little Xbox Live integration button.
Bro.
Hey, that would be kind of fire.
Put Discord on there, and then we good. You know?
There it is.
Member for 2 months. Thanks, Bounty. For real. You and BT Maverick been members for 2 months, and I appreciate the love.
Thank you.
Vic the motherfucking click. $2. I knew it. It's the $2 when he done. He said, so is the porn VR overhyped? I'm gonna say it's not.
I say I don't probably.
I know the pass through is great technology.
Yeah, I see you.
I see you.
You a fool, Vic. I swear to fucking God. All right, man. So let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. BLAQQ Scale. What you got for us, man?
What's up, y'all? Possibly some good news for Xbox. Yes. So Xbox owners can get ready to rub them hands like Birdman, you know what I'm saying? Might be something hot coming in, you know. So basically, there are rumors going around that Helldivers 2 will be coming to Xbox. Not too much on this. These are pretty much just rumors, but the rumors have been circulating that Sony is in the very early preliminary discussions about the possibility of Helldivers 2 coming to Xbox Series S and X. Again, these are rumors. These low-key came from Nick from the Xbox era, so check them. I'm just a messenger. So not too much else on that. It's really just rumors at this point, but I just want initial thoughts. And is this a significant move for Sony? Cog, I'll start with you.
Yeah, it'd be interesting because what is it? Arrowhead, second party, you know. Look, Helldivers, I'm actually very proud of Helldivers on PlayStation because for me, I've always tried to tell my Last Stand media community. I know they like they hashtag just ones, and I love them too. Yeah. But I come from PlayStation that also had SOCOM. You know what I'm saying? Like I come from PlayStation that had multiplayer games, and I just didn't like that everything has to fit this template, right? The reason why I've been more of an Xbox my preferred platform is because I like the diversity in genres. I like having different things I can go at. So to see them in the multiplayer and now to see them have success, because the talk at the time when factions got counted by some was, oh, we didn't need that, you know. And it's like, no, there's a desire.
Yeah, there is a need.
If you
and factions would have been good, like it would have. I think that it would have done good on that platform. However, I think PlayStation would have been greedy and not release it on PC as well. And you have to have it multi-plat, at least some level of multi-plat, like because we saw what happened with Foam Stars, right? Like you have to have some level of multi-plat for multiplayer games. But go ahead.
Yeah, no, good point. And I think that's what further solidifies Helldivers to success in the sense that it's not only a successful, great multiplayer game and live service, it's also a day and date kind of litmus test as far as PC. So if you now do this, you don't miss the zeitgeist. You get the most engaged. This thing is going toe to toe with like Call of Duty and all the heavyweights, right? So to see this level of success is going to now resonate in Sony's mind. Maybe we should not be staggering these PC releases if we're trying to maximize revenue. And you know, obviously they're a second party. Phil Spencer has been very verbal, like surprisingly verbal with this title. Yeah, that I thought was interesting. You always got to pay attention to Phil. He's like when put something on his, the shelf in the back. He's the kind of stuff that kind of keep things. I thought it was very interesting. Why is he talking about Helldivers and why it's a mistake and it needs to be there? So look, shout out to Special Nick. I haven't heard anything specifically, but listen, if it did come, that would be huge, because we know, from a community standpoint, from a cross-play standpoint, the game is going to be supported. It's going to thrive. The Xbox community is going to jump all over that. We got kind of an example of that when Power World came out, right?
Yep.
We see Power World. We saw how it completely dominated. If it's a quality multiplayer game, PC game is going to play, Xbox game is going to play. So look, stay tuned. I would personally I think it's a great game. I'm just curious contractually, though. I don't know how Sony plays with their exclusive in the way that game, and I would probably have to speak to some people behind the scene to see how did they set up. They help fund it, because there may be some blockers that gets in the way, or like a window, like a year or 6 months to a year before they can actually do something. Because we saw similar things like that with like Death Stranding, and it eventually then came up. There was some loophole Microsoft was able to put in and get it on the PC Game Pass store. But stay tuned, man. I mean, it is interesting. I saw Tom Henderson and the boys ran with the story too from Inside Gaming. So we'll see.
Phil don't say shit. Don't talk out of his ass. He don't. He talked about his ROG Ally, his all that stuff like a year ago, right? And then he talked about, and then you see what happened with the handheld talk. And then he talked about Brotato or whatever, and then that came the game. Like, he just does not say something just to say it. Like, he always gives hints and clues, which was interesting for him to bring up Helldivers. I was like, what is he talking about?
Random. Yeah, and people laughed about the Square stuff, and then I see the president, CEO of Square on stage, and all of a sudden, we hear now that the Final Fantasy games are coming out of the PlayStation Plus store or something like that. I guess they had something's cooking. Something's going on. I just don't know what it is, but yeah, stay tuned. Phil, you ain't slick. So we know something going on. It's good.
Appreciate that. It's something going on for sure. Nova, I'll toss you the same question. How do you feel about Helldivers going to Xbox, and is this a significant move for Sony?
I think this is just kind of like a further indication of a change of guard, right? Because it has crossplay already for like PC to PS5, right? So they're probably going to want more people to play an incredible game. So if you want more people to play the game, you got to put it in more places. So it just seems like more of the same in that regard. And I'm actually excited about stuff like that, because I was one of the ones that had to buy like Call of Duty for multiple consoles to play with, with different friends.
Right. Yeah.
So it's the least we can have some of that, and everybody get a chance to buy it and play on their preferred console, the better, to be honest. So that's my point on it.
I agree. More people, more players, more money.
That part.
It seems easy. Viking, I'll throw it to you. How do you feel about Helldivers going to Xbox, and is this a significant move? I don't even know about significant.
Yeah. First of all, shout out to, we got 265 people watching us right now. Shout out to y'all. 131 is coming from YouTube, the rest on X. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for watching us for this long. Jesus Christ, baby.
Thank you.
Get you some chocolate, baby. And if y'all can, man, hit that like button. If y'all really like what we putting down, hit the subscribe. I know it's tough, guys. I know it's hard, but it's hit that sub button, baby. Okay, so what do I think? I think that Hiroki Totoki is about his bag, while also thinking about the health of the PlayStation brand as a whole. A game like Helldivers, I think there is a case to be made. God of War, Uncharted, Last of Us, Spider-Man, depending on what Disney wants to do with it, are the core identities to the PlayStation franchise, and those will always remain there and probably get a staggered release on PC. The stagger might be smaller, like 3 months or 6 months versus 2 years or 3 years, right? But games like Foam Stars, for example, right? Like, yeah, you can help or whatever, but like, why is it not on PC as a multiplayer game at that, right? Games like Stellar Blade comes out this week. Is that only for PlayStation 5? right? It's not on PC, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, like to me, none of those moves make any sense to me, right? Like I don't think nobody's going to go cop a PS5 for Stellar Yams unless you're that down bad.
Wouldn't underestimate Stellar. the visual aesthetic of the game.
You know somebody out there in the desert. You already know.
Yeah. Can't be that down bad. But yeah, there's some games that make sense. Helldivers is one of those cases, man. If I know it's legacy for Destiny to be on all platforms, right? But it's the same case. Destiny 3 is going to release everywhere, right? Even though they're owned by PlayStation now, to some degree. They are owned by PlayStation. They just, they got seats at the board or whatever, pretty much. But the Helldivers is no different, in my opinion. It's multiplayer. They can do what they want to with it, but I think in the eyes of Hiroki Totoki, he's like, why? I'm looking at the numbers. Why is this not everywhere? Because even though PlayStation has 50, 60 million claimed sold, right? And let's say Xbox only had 30, 20, let's say they just had 25 million sold. That is still 25 million customers that you can sell to. That is leaving a lot of money on the table on a platform that is known for playing shooters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's just what I think about it. I have a PC, so I've already played Helldivers. I can play it. So it doesn't really do anything for me, but just looking at the business portion of it, it makes sense for them to move it.
For sure.
Yeah.
I agree. It's gonna boom off. The thing is about Helldivers is that it's such an Xbox game. Like that is it not? I just feel like it's just such an Xbox. I feel like that just looks like an Xbox game.
Yeah, like some ODST type energy.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna do well for sure. It's doing well. It's gonna keep doing well. It's a good game. If they keep updating, it's gonna just get better from here. So yeah, appreciate y'all. That's all I got on that.
That's it. All right, man. Would you scale? I think what makes Helldivers interesting is the game master portion that they have with it. Like they can mess. I think this month, aren't they just messing with the comms? I think I heard something like the game master of the game is just one dude that can, we're gonna put Amatrons here and do this and that, right? But like I think that's it. I think it's this month they're doing, or next month they're going to be messing with people's comms, so people won't be able to communicate as effectively or whatever, right? But then he can, on a whim, change some code up and just, this is what you got to deal with, bro. Deal with for democracy.
It's probably a concept. It's definitely a fight. They got one on that one for sure.
They did, man.
That's what they did with the flying bugs. Like that wasn't in the game initially, and it just came out. And people are like, "Are the bugs flying now?" Like stuff like that is like, I love stuff like that. It's like just sneak updates.
Yeah, as long as the game master has like a good head on his shoulders, right, and don't go too crazy, because I don't know if any of y'all. Cog, I don't know if you've ever played D&D, but your dungeon master can go a little off. You can go a little crazy sometimes. So.
Go dead sometimes.
Indeed, bro. All right, man. So we'll go ahead and let's move on to my topic, man. We're going to talk a little bit about Embracer. And then, Splendiferous, I see you, baby. What's up, man? Spartan 661. We got Sappho. I saw Jonas in here too, man. My Norwegian brother. I saw him in here. TSWS Gaming's in the house.
My man, he's solo in the building.
I see you, dog. Shout out to y'all. Ninja Squirrel, what's up? Chris Coleman, what's good? Chris Coleman has, that's it. Most people don't buy a system for one game, but the collection of games that incentivizes. So like I'm going to kind of disagree there. I think there's a lot of 1 to 2 game only players out there. You think of people who play COD, people who play 2K, people who play Madden, Fortnite, right? Like they just play those games. Those are the black hole games. You know what I mean? They buy those games. Most people don't even give a shit about what is first party. Like most people don't care.
The data agrees with you. Yeah, if you look at those, the top, what is it? Like there's 6 games that it's hard for any other live service or new games to kind of penetrate the market and dominate. When you dominate, you get in the bracket with those 6, like you said, the Call of Duties, the Fortnites, the Minecrafts, and all that stuff. Yeah, people are living in those games. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah. They I know a lot of them.
You know, I grew up with those dudes. Dude that buy 2K every day, spend like $200 on VC. And I know the Madden do it. I know the Call of Duty. He prestige it with the homies. They get the new joint every year. I know those dudes.
Yep, I know those guys.
Yep. And they're just gonna go where their friends is at, but they're picking up those same games. That's probably their 1 or 2 purchase per year. They may get wooed by one other game, but for the most part, they are living in those 6 games. And then you got the youth with Roblox and the Minecraft. It's pockets out here, man. For real.
Yeah, 100%. And that's like the majority of gamers. Like even like Xbox One and the PS4 still has millions of players on them. You know what I mean? And they're not playing these PS5 or Xbox One X, these next gen games, bro. They're just playing COD, Fortnite, Roblox. You know, they're playing those games, man. That's it. And then when they can afford it, if it stops being cross-gen, I guess, because a lot of gamers don't take gaming that seriously. Like they play 3 to 4 hours every week with their homies, and then we in the chat and on this panel, we're different. You know what I mean? We are the 5%, maybe. You know what I mean? Everybody on Twitter flapping their gums, including myself. We're the 1%. You know what I'm saying? We are the 1%.
Are you implying that Twitter is an echo chamber? Is that representative of the real world? Is that what you're implying?
Yeah, I am. Yes, sir. I am. We know this. Some people need to know this stuff. Let me see. When it comes to the Tales of Kanzara codes, I think right after this topic, I will announce the winners. I already have one winner already randomly selected, and I hate to give it to him. But he popped up while they was chatting on the randomness, and that's Vic the motherfucking Click. I hate you. But you get a code, and then I'll announce the other 2 here in just a moment. If you're not on Twitter, I need to know, because whenever I do select you, that way you can email me, and then I can give you the code that way on whatever platform. Vic the Click I know is already on Twitter, and I can message him and then give him the code. So cool. All right, man. So let's get into this craziness, man. If y'all haven't heard already, Embracer Group ain't embracing. They've already sold off a bunch of studios, right? But now the ones that they have remaining, they have split into 3 separate public trading companies. And the CEO is going to be the CEO of all of them, just in case you were wondering, which is nuts. So you have Middle-earth Enterprises and Friends. That's right. The whole thing is called Middle-earth Enterprises and Friends. After this split, Middle-earth Enterprises, I'm not saying that whole thing. I'm just saying Middle-earth. Is intended to remain a creative powerhouse in AAA game development and publishing for PC and console. So they have the remaining stewards of Lord of the Rings, Tomb Raiders IP. So the studios are Crystal Dynamics, Dan Buster Studios, Adios Montreal, Flying Wild, Hog Studios, Tripwire Vertigo Games, Warhorse Studios, 4A Games, and more. I didn't see this on this press release, but didn't Dark Horse Publishing also go to Middle Earth as well?
I'm not sure. That's a good question.
I'll look it up while I pass it off to somebody. But I think Dark Horse. So they publish, the Hellboy, but Dark Horse. If you guys are comic book readers, Dark Horse makes fantastic comics.
Oh yeah.
I think I used to be I have like boxes everywhere of comic books, tons. I used to be huge into superhero Marvel, DC, or whatever. Then I sprawled out to the other ones, and them shits are bangers, man.
Them other ones be
bangers, bro. Like Image Comics, Dark Horse.
I remember that.
Man, I'm still waiting to see if they do like a TV show of Saga or a movie or a video game. I need something from Saga because that shit is straight heat. All right, let me get back on topic. I'm sorry. I got ADHD. I got a touch of the ism. So let's Coffee Stain and Friends is the second one. Sorry, I threw that out there real quick.
Yeah, that was
What he was doing.
My bad. The second one is Coffee Stain and Friends. That's right. This is the second one with Friends at the end. Their intent consist of leading publishers and developers focusing on a variety of games for PC, console, and mobile. This is like the NDAA free to play. They have premium operations with studios like Coffee Stain, Ghost Ship, Tracer, Tuxedo Labs, THQ Nordic. God, whatever happened to THQ Nordic? Yeah. I remember that's us.
Hot at one.
Bro, that's where all the wrestling games was.
We used to have wild respect for THQ name when we see that logo.
Yeah.
For sure.
Amplifier Game Invest, and then their free-to-play studios are Easy Brain, Deca, Crazy Labs, and Cryptic. And then I didn't know that. So like some of their IPs, Sudoku.com, Jigsaw Puzzle, Star Trek Online, D&D Neverwinter Online, and more. So and then the third one is Asmodee. I think that's how you pronounce it. Consists of 23. Okay, I'm gonna go. Let me just finish this. Asmodee consists of 23 fully owned studios and more than 300 IPs. Jesus, the IPs. This consists of tabletop game selection before Embracer, right? And the IPs are Ticket to Ride, Seven Wonders is dope. Azul, that's dope. Catan, that's dope. Adabo, Exploding Kittens, and other games based on Lord of the Rings, Marvel, Game of Thrones, Netflix, Lego, and Star Wars. Listen, I could probably break down like this group is in shambles. I'm sorry. I have to say this before I pass it off to y'all, and don't let me influence y'all what y'all want to say. And they bought all this shit before the check cleared, and now they're dealing with this whole every IP that they've had. The Gearbox Studios, the other ones that they sold off, like they bought. So I don't know what the fuck they're doing at all. Like the main thing is that they bought all this shit before the check cleared from the Saudis. And then now they packaged them up like this. And I think I have a theory on why they've packaged them up like this, but we'll get to you guys. Cog.
Yo.
Why are they splitting all three of these up like this, man? why are they doing all this? Like, what are your thoughts on Embracer Group as a whole first? And then what do you think the mindset is behind breaking all these up?
Yeah, good question, man. I think for me, obviously I am kind of known as affectionately Lord Acquisition. You know what I'm saying? Because my thing is like sometimes I rather, I'm from an era where we used to have the Acclaims and the Midways and the, these really great developers that are just gone, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And there's a part of me that's just like that says, well, what's the alternative? They just go away and that's it. That's the end of it. And to me, it's always this cycle of life where it's like, okay, yes, some studios are going to get acquired, right? But then there's also the people going to break off and they're going to form new studios and stuff like that. So I look at it like that. With me, I've never been a person who's been anti-acquisition. However, I've always questioned the person that I felt needed to be questioned was not Microsoft. It was Embracer. I didn't understand the vision. My thing is, what was the long-term plan that you intended to do with all of these properties, all these publishers, all these developers? It sounded nice, when you were in the acquisition phase, but we slowly started to see the cracks, and it's just unfortunate because we're seeing so many people shut down. Now we're splitting into three. Now we have the CEO publicly admitting, mistakes and trying to take some type of blame and ownership there. It's unfortunate,
There's no way he could take that. He was talking to shareholders and he was talking to business people. It was so disingenuous the way he was talking about that shit. You bought this shit before the check cleared, and you've laid off 1,200, 1,400 people and closed. I don't even know how many studios they've closed so far. I've lost track.
It's
right.
bad.
Like and then you're gonna sit there and say, I signed on to do 25 years. I still got 17 left. Like, no, bro. Like the board needs to be like, hey,
what we doing here? Exactly.
What are we doing? But go. I'm sorry.
No, you nailed it. That was
Yeah.
kind of what I was alluding to. It's kind of like, you have to appease the shareholders, and people want to know what's going on, right? So that's it. I think for me, first of all, we got to be honest. Who named these three? Who did the naming convention for the split?
Right.
Coffee Stain and Friends?
And Friends.
And Friend? Middle Earth
Yes.
and Friend. What are we doing? Who put the random generator? Who did the names? That's what we gotta have fun with this, y'all. Who said yes? This is what we calling it. This is our record label, y'all. Coffee Stain and Friends. This is what we doing. I mean, me selfishly as a gamer, probably, Middle Earth guy, listen, Crystal D's out there, Marshall Hinos, Firewall Hog that made my joint, the Evil West that I like. Review that game. Really, it's on Game Pass right now. I love that game. I'm a big Warhorse Studios. They just dropped Kingdom Come Deliverance and stuff. So I'm concerned. There's a lot of talent here, and I am concerned long term with the vision. And I just don't want to see nobody go away. I'm just going to be honest. That's my whole thing. And I'm just a little concerned with all of this movement, all of this turmoil that's been going on literally the past year. Now, we know the gaming industry as a whole has been laying off. In fairness, we know a lot of people overcompensated during, COVID, and projections were extremely high. They thought that bag was going to stay, and that engagement of everybody in the house was going to stay there. So they overprojected. Everyone's guilty of that. But it just seems that Embracer's stuff is more egregious. It just feels like there is still no clear-cut direction. And I am concerned with them long term. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, I got a lot of friends in a lot of these studios. People land on their feet, and there's some stability there. But yeah, man, it's unfortunate to see this kind of news kind of break this week. And I'm like, man, it's like they just can't stay out of the news with anything.
They can't, man. Even when they think it's positive,
it's
negative.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
Yeah. Let me go to you, Nova. Man, what do you think about all this?
It's just an interesting thing because it's like you guys have been saying, like it's every time we hear some Embracer group news, it's always something that's just negative, right? But at least they did try to do Middle Earth and Friends, at least that's kind of indicative of some Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, lordly.
So but no, I think what they're thinking is, and it's crazy that the CEO is the CEO of all three companies. That's legal. I didn't know that was legal.
Yep. Well, I mean, Elon Musk is the CEO of Starlink, Tesla, Neuralink,
all that stuff. Yeah. But them splitting into three is giving probably the investors the opportunity to invest specifically into the pot of money that they want to push, right? So you have Asmodee, which seems to be the tabletop division, right? So if you want to be an investor in the tabletop division, you can go there. If you want to invest in games like AAA games like Tomb Raider and Dead Island, Killing Floor, stuff like that, you can invest in Middle Earth and so on and so forth. With Coffee Stain, they got some free to play games that you can play. They got Goat Simulator. I know somebody I've been seeing people on Goat Simulator. So I think they're trying to figure out some type of direction other than just acquire everything under one umbrella. So that's not a good look. It's probably scaring investors. Like, I don't know what I'm investing in right now. Am I investing in the tabletop stuff? Am I investing in the free to play games? So instead of them just being like, okay, well, just put all your money in this one pot, they're potentially breaking it up into 3 different areas. So it could be something that they're doing for their company to create some type of longevity. Because I know, Cog, you were saying, you're just curious about how long they can stay open. And with these layoffs and these closures is definitely looking very spooky out here, man. So
yeah, for sure.
Hopefully they're able to get it together with this split.
For sure.
Cool. Let me get this shit really quick because Vic's being an asshole now. Just kidding. Thank you for the 20, Vic. I like your
No hashtag, no Diddy. All right, I see you.
He said, I'll take that copy. Talking about Tales of Kenzera and pay it forward. This is a game we all need to play. I 1000% concur. He said, I hate to be this guy, but why don't you go blow for us?
Killing you.
I hate it here. Yeah, I hate it here too, Vic.
Let's get it. Get it.
We talking about an embrace. I'm about to embrace this horn. You feel me? Oh, let me get a deep breath. Fuck.
There you go.
Okay.
Get out. That was strong.
Okay.
That's a good one.
For you,
That's
Vic.
huge.
For you, Vic. Love you, dog. Even though I fucking hate you. Splendiferous with the 2. You see, they should call it Jim Ryan and Friends. Now we know. All right.
And Friends.
The difference outside.
And Friends. Thanks for the 2, bro. Thank you. All right, Scale. What you thinking, bro? What you thinking about all this?
I guess my initial thoughts were just micromanaging. That's what it sounds like to me. It's a larger scale of micromanagement, but I feel like it lets them put either blame or success on one company and lets them grow or deflate, I suppose, on their own. I honestly don't know if these are good ideas. I do not know. But I do like Tomb Raider, and I'm with Nova on I'll take those things. I'm cool with the Middle Earth. You know what I'm saying? I think that's where I'm kind of seeing it, is that people get to choose where they want to, invest their time or money instead of just one large company. But that's, my perspective. I don't have the pockets like the big guys up there. You know what I mean? They might not like what's happening. They, like you said, they might not see what they're investing into all the way, or even know if they invested prior. So yeah, if you invested prior to this, that sounds crazy. I didn't even think about that. I don't know how that's going to go for them. I just thought about that. But yeah, it's never, like all y'all said, it's never good news. Even when I saw this, I was like, I know it's not good. I'm not even in the loop as much. I just know Embracer, as of late, Embracer and Good News are not together at the moment. So
you embracing yourself for some bad news. That's what
I was.
Yes,
and so if this is it lines up with what's been happening, it seems like this may be bad neus. And that's kind of my take on it. It's micromanaging hardcore. CEO of all of them is crazy. It's like, I guess. I guess.
Especially when they're all 3 different, like, publicly traded companies, right? Which is nuts. But no, all you guys made sound ass points. I think what they've done here was separate them into kind of likeness, right, for what they are, because we've already seen them sell off a few studios. To me, separating them like this way, to me, makes it more attractive to a buyer.
That was my question for y'all.
Yeah. Like if I am Hasbro, for example, right, I may look into acquiring Asmodee, right? Because they have 300, like, all that tabletop stuff right there. I can go ahead and get into. Same thing with like Middle Earth Enterprises. Tencent, you want a piece? You know what I'm saying? Like, who wants this slice of the pie with the AAA game development? from all these games. The same thing with. Go ahead.
Kind of more when you split up, kind of more sexy for acquisition for others.
It is 100%. Yeah. So I don't think they're done selling off. I think they'll keep these 3 publicly traded. See which ones, the cream rises to the top.
Character is that?
That's Macho Man. The cream.
I hear it now.
I heard it.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah.
I hear it.
I hear that.
Snap into a Slim Jim. You're crazy, bro.
And then see how the rest of them do. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I think Asmodee might be somewhat successful if it's publicly traded. And then it's going to look very attractive to buyers. I don't think it'll be that much compared to the other 2. But yeah, Middle Earth, that's going to be kind of heavy, honestly. Very big. Yeah, and then you got Ideos and Crystal Dynamics on there. You know what I mean?
Crystal D outside working with somebody else. I heard they've been working with a certain Xbox game studio who have ties.
You talking about perfect dirt?
Yeah, Initiative. I heard Daryl Gallagher used to be very comfortable with those guys.
Yeah,
that's just what I heard.
I mean, it's just if Microsoft decides to acquire them, please change that motherfucking name.
You ain't feeling it.
Friends is crazy, bro. And then every time I look at Coffee Stain, I think shit stain and Friends. I don't know why.
The Coffee Stain is not a good look. It's not a good look. You should not have stain associated with your business. Now I know somebody in the chat educated like, yes, it's part of one of the original games was named that or whatever, but I don't like that for a whole entire group.
Right.
Nah,
yes.
I'm a stain.
Yeah. I mean, like, and I'm sure it's the bigger one out of all of them, right? But like, I mean, THQ and Friends sounds better. You know what I'm saying? Or Ghost Ship and Friends. Or just Ghost Ship Studio. Or just go, I don't know, motherfucker. Like, this shit's crazy to me. Like, the Friends joint's throwing me off.
Your Friends is wild. For a corporate company and Friends.
Twice.
Mm-hmm. Someone signed off on that. They got to get the smoke from the Air Friends. I'm sorry.
Right. So y'all know y'all ain't friends.
Right.
Come on.
Trying to get you with that corporate stuff. They'd be like, we're all family. No, we're not. Stop it. We all here for the check.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. It's just been a shame, man, because like we see, like, and Augie brought up, people leave and they start their own studios, but we've seen some of them like after a year just shut down because like, where's the seed money coming from? You know what I mean?
Facts.
Just dried up.
Yeah, you got to get that publisher. We saw what happened with what was it? What's our boys that that used to be Undead, then they were Jeff Strain and them, and they left. And, I forget the name right now, but it's you still got to get that publisher backing. You still got to get that bread. So it's still a risky business. It's a volatile industry. But I just want to point out that we do see people break off and then do their own thing and
for sure
stuff. So it's part of it. But to this point, we just got to see what's gonna happen. I'm very my question for you guys was just like I was just curious because we have the elephant in the room. Obviously, we know post ABK, especially Microsoft being more emboldened after winning the FTC trial, right? And they've been on record to say, hey, we're not done. And I know it's still kind of fresh. We know the integration most likely is going to happen this year. We expect ABK, Game Pass announcements, Call of Duty, maybe potential back catalog of stuff. But I guess my question for you all is that, we know that they're going to continue to want to feed Game Pass as a service. Right. And you see Embracer making themselves very accessible, almost in a way that even so Sega had to divest. They got rid of the pachinko division. If someone was interested, it would be a little bit easier now to come and get the specific pieces you want. Right? Do you think? Because I know King's been on this train for a minute, so I got to feed him a little bit. Do you think maybe dudes are already making themselves available for down the road? There are some relationships. So
I'll start. I do think so. However, I don't think it would be smart to do it in the near future.
Okay, talk
right.
to us.
The reason why I don't think it would be smart to do it like in the near future, meaning like this year or probably second half of next year, is because I feel like the top brass at Xbox needs to make sure there is a steady stride, that cadence that they've been saying that they were going to get going into Game Pass or their
quarterly
games.
flow.
Right. They need to get that going and train us that that's what's happening. Right.
Okay.
Like, because Microsoft is all about training their consumers, right?
Getting us up to speed of what's going to happen.
Right.
And you better get on board about this is how it's going.
Yeah. So like whenever that starts happening and there's no more, and it's hard to say that, but there's not any confusion anymore about what games are going where. Any of that, I think what they done with that was kind of ease regulators. Like, oh, we see that they're sharing the games. The next Call of Duty came out. They're still sharing that. The parity clause is still intact. Just to make sure that Lena Khan or whoever else comes in.
So the block is hot. The block is still hot right now.
100%.
I got you. Feds is on us. Okay, I see what you're doing.
Yeah. So let's pump the brakes. Let's tell our consumers or our Xbox fans, like, this is what we're doing, and let's show them this is what we're doing, right? And then once that eases in and everybody's happy, that's when you strike.
Okay,
you get you a new one, because now everybody's happy with what you're doing already. It's like, how are you going to take on more?
I got you,
and you haven't even given us what you promised.
Okay,
right?
I feel that. I see.
That's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, right. Nova and Scales, what y'all think?
Pretty much the same thing, to be honest. Like, because if they were to purchase one portion of the Embracer group, I'll just call it for now, like, it would have to be somewhere. It'll have to be somewhere. One of the friends coming over here. You know what I'm saying? But somewhere down the line, they'd have to do it, you know, because they, like you said, they bought ABK. I still feel like they still have a long way to go with giving us the products that they have to offer fully. You know what I'm saying? So they just spent a huge bag on that deal, and they're still working on bringing us that stuff. So, but it does make it really nice for other companies to swoop in and buy parts of this company. You know, it doesn't have to be necessarily Microsoft / Xbox.
Good point.
It could be anybody who's in the market for, you know, a whole, you know, group of some tabletop games, because it's booming. It's, you know, I'm not a huge tabletop market fan, but I do know some, you know, and it's a huge market. So yeah, exactly. Vikings won. You know? So, but yeah, I think they're just opening themselves up to put themselves in the position to eventually sell off some of this stuff, because you're not buying all these IPs just to hold on to them forever. You know, every now and then you're gonna want to sell off some of these stuff. You don't want to hoard forever. Yeah. So yeah. What do you think, Skell?
I agree with both of you guys. Honestly, I agree with the training for sure. I feel like as soon as I'm getting that Call of Duty and Game Pass successfully all the time, you know, I know I'm getting that, because like you said, you can overbuy. You know what I mean? You can buy a lot and not mess with the stuff you got. And then it's like, hold on, what happened to the stuff we got earlier? Y'all buying more? And I literally I got that point from Viking and Nova. Like, that's a really good point. It's, you could just have too much. And I do want to see what they got going on before they introduce more things. So I agree. I think they steadily train us to know that we're good in the space. It's like, hey, because, you know, right now it's like, what do we have? What is the Xbox brand? Where is it going? This and that. As soon as we're comfortable and we're good, don't get me wrong, I'm comfortable already. I'm good. Personally, we're doing great. But
I agree.
You know, so
I got games to play. Everything
I'm overbooked. You know what I mean? Games to play. So I'm very happy. But I do say I agree. Like, once they get it booming with the Call of Duty in there and just actively giving us stuff, and then and not only that, like you're saying, they could use some good news. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yeah.
You know,
That is true.
like I'd like to see something positive. You know, I'm here for the games. I don't want to see anybody go down. You know what I mean? So,
My man, talk to him.
you know, I want them to succeed. I want the games. Bro, I love Tomb Raider and stuff. Crystal Dynamics, I love that. I love that stuff. So I don't want it to go anywhere. So I hope for success. And that, hey, if Microsoft Xbox does that, they got money. It's
BLAQQ Skelly, you fucking watching
they spinning it. I can't help but to watch.
They in the club crazy right
Hey,
now.
you're
But
making
I
it
feel
right.
y'all making
Yeah.
fantastic points, which is like,
Mhm.
look, fulfill the promise that you initially made with ABK and Bethesda. Continue to show consistency. Continue to put out quality games. I think they need about a year or two of that consistency. And Viking, you're on fire with that quarterly cadence promise that they made. Right, I would like to see that. It looks like I know the beginning of this year, outside of the Power World at the beginning, and we just got that gap between Hellblade. So I know dudes is going through it right now. You know what I'm saying? It's been a party.
Yeah.
All you had was a partner showcase. Talk about 4 joists going on. So they need to see. But it's to your point, Skells. It's like I do see it, and I'm like, okay, boom. After that, it's Hellblade. Then you got the showcase. Then you got, Avowed. You got Indiana Jones. You got the ABK. I see it, Vision. It's just the execution and the quality of the game. If they do that, that's all they need to focus on. That, and then everything else. Once you settle in, then you can add on, later down the road. But right now, just execute on the vision. Give people more confidence on the quality of the games on the platform.
Because you don't want it to be stuck in acquisition mode, like because then they'll be in the same position that Embracer Group was in.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Damn, y'all, everybody dropped bars. That was so good. There was one more thing I wanted to say in relation to that, but I got distracted because I was trying to give a code away. Fuck. It was something about. Let's just move on. That's horrible. If it comes back to me, then I'll say it. Let me get this super chat really quick. We got, where's Adidas? I saw them up here. Boom. Yo, Cog. Sony installed parking meters at Sony headquarters. Gotta replace that Cog.
We gotta get that ROI. That ROI. Y'all messy today, boy. I already know when Cog comes to the Game Pass, that's gonna be a funny day for a lot of people.
Man, yes, it is. They have to
talk to him, give him a sermon, let him know. Like I can feel what you about to say. But they got to do with it.
I feel like I say it too much, man. And then shout out to the 310 people watching. If y'all can hit that like button, subscribe. This would be a beautiful thing. In order for the COD Game Pass thing to be successful, in my opinion, they have to market the living shit out of it more than they ever. Combine all the controller marketing and times it by 10. Okay.
Controller marketing. I didn't even think about that. I see controllers so much.
The controller marketing division is lit.
Yes. They are great.
We need that console, either custom or just the Little Man Series S entry point, Call of Duty on the box edition.
Yes.
Let the casual know this is the home of it. You know what I'm saying?
But to take your point further about COD on the box, Hellblade on the box, Indiana Jones on the box, all with Game Pass. Some people don't know what Game Pass is. There needs to be a fucking commercial on every YouTube video, right? They need to spin out the ass when it comes to marketing and let people know what Game Pass is. This is because sometimes when I talk to them, it's like, oh, it's cloud. Like I don't want to stream. I was like, no, it's native. Like you download the game natively, just like you would anything else. It's just available to you. If you want a cloud, then that's cool. You know what I mean?
It does sound like a dream, though. I can't even lie. You said you're telling me I have all these games. I could just play them all. It does sound like a dream, but it's real. You can.
Like it needs to be on every billboards galore, right? Not just no one-time dome thing at Vegas, right? It needs to be fucking everywhere. You know what I mean? Take what they did. The Starfield marketing was actually pretty good.
Yeah, they was in it back.
Yeah,
they actually did.
That's that classic,
right? But they can learn from all these. Bethesda knows how to market. Activision Blizzard know how to market their ass off, right? Every single Call of Duty commercial from the last 10 years has been fire.
Yep.
Every single one, and because they embrace the culture with it, right? There's always hip hop songs. You had Kobe in one. You had
21 Savage now.
21 Savage,
You have all that stuff. Like the culture is there, right? And the Xbox team could go. It's like, all right, let's tag team on this. How do we incorporate your Call of Duty stuff with the Game Pass stuff, and then make it be known? Because the splash screen at the end of Game Pass, that's not going to do it.
No, we know what it is, but it ain't going to draw no new people.
What about the dude that's in world permit? That ain't going to be enough.
No. No.
Well, I don't know.
We got to do more than that. All right.
It needs to be like, it's like, oh, what are you playing? Like, somebody walk. Let's say, okay, let me get Drewski come walking in.
Oh, we gonna get Drewski back.
Right?
Okay.
And Ice Spikes is sitting on the couch. She playing some Call of Duty. Drewski come in. What are you playing? You know how I talk.
That's the voice. That'll be the Drewski voice.
I'll just play a new COD or whatever. He's like, oh, okay. How much you pay for it? He's like, oh, I ain't pay. It came with my Game Pass subscription. He's like, oh, so you just streaming it? He's like, no, I downloaded it. Easy. I mean, all that takes place in 15 seconds.
They need to market like Sprite. How Sprite?
Yes, bro. Like then zoom in on the TV and then boom. Down now you have your Call of Duty commercial, the music, you know what I'm saying? You have Kendrick Lamar playing, you know what I'm saying? Something, you know what I mean? Like it
we ain't gonna go for the cat in the bag. We ain't get Drizzy. We ain't gonna go for the bag.
Oh, you gotta go. You gotta go.
We're not good in that region. We're not good in that region. I mean, it would be a nice, You gotta look at the demographics, brother.
Yeah, true. Drizzy would work.
The 6, let's go.
Yeah.
I just think all you need to do is have someone in the culture walk up, sit on their couch, show how easy it is to get on Game Pass, click download because you're going to show them with fast internet. So show it load and play it. And it's really that quick.
It gotta be somebody young in the like younger though. Like it can't be just the old heads. You know what I'm saying? Like they gotta have somebody that it's a good point. That I'm with you. I know that they're gonna do their thing. We all assume they're gonna do their thing at this showcase and it's gonna debut on the stage. But Viking, you are right. It's gotta be more than just the typical sound effect, world premiere, Game Pass at the end. It's gotta be more. You literally fought the governments of multiple countries. You literally, remember when everybody topic was the FTC in their podcast? And Xbox, bro, we was going through it, and then it was looking dark.
Listen, I was in Norway
because of this.
I was in Norway, right? And I think they started doing I forgot what time they started. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. They started the hearings, PM. Right? Listen, I used to refresh so I could get in because there's only limited slots so you can listen. Bro, I was refreshing like crazy just to get in so I could hear. But I managed to listen to all of them, which was fucking fantastic. And it's so I don't know why they made it like you can't publicly share it, But yeah, that was a wild time though. Everybody was on that shit.
Everybody was lawyers that those bumps.
Boy,
we was paying. Gamers was in the building, so we was in every court case. Yo, and what was her name? Lulu was outside.
Lulu, yeah.
Yo, that was a time, man. You can't front. Like we was
great
lawyers for a minute.
We was out there reading the documents and stuff.
We was tagging Hogue and Mueller. Hey, is this nigga correct, Florian? Like
this ain't right?
That is good, y'all. Brazil just put it. It was crazy, yo. It was a funny time. I've never seen game like that. There's a part of me that hated it, but there's a part of me that doesn't miss it because it was the funniest thing.
It was
any little information we could get with the users of positive news was outside with it.
And then the leaks were crazy. The transcripts, like people were typing fast. What's name said this?
Felt behind the scenes was ill, like
Yes.
the lions and the booties and Phil. We got
Bruh.
dirt too. We got a lot of dirt behind the scene how dudes really
Yes.
felt.
Mm-hmm. Matt Booty was like, we just spend these motherfuckers out of
Really.
business.
But what you realize, he said, I don't care what we do. We gonna block that deal. I don't care what we do.
Yep.
Hey, yo, he playing foul, but I understand. He playing dirty right now. You got to do what you got to do.
Talking greasy behind closed.
Oh, they was greasy on them records. What?
Yes, it was crazy, bro. That was a time.
Instead, ooh, it was crazy.
Sarah Bond killed it. Yeah, it was good, bro. I liked it. Was it was real life shit, bro. Like everybody likes watching, SVU and all that shit. That shit was it was great,
real.
Bro.
It was real.
It was great. Let me get to Adidas 20 with another one. He says, I'm here. $2. Thank you, big sir. Appreciate that. Adidas is 20. He always be coming in clutch. Splendiferous, the way Black Viking said that, I felt like I was being groomed by Xbox. Let's not get in any trouble, please. If Xbox want to party,
no.
we gotta tell them no.
No
Thanks for the 5, bro. Thank you for the 5. And you don't get to tell me who I get to party with. Xbox say they want to party. I might go party.
I get the bag.
I pull up at the house and I see you with that little refrigerator. I'm gonna know.
You gonna know what it is.
Complete with the toaster, baby.
Yeah. Like, where you get that from?
Hey, don't worry about it. I got avocado toast.
Yep, 100%. Thanks for the 5, Splin. And then we got Vic, the motherfucking click. See, when it's a 5, I know I'm safe. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? He said, have Kendrick Lamar drop the verse, fuck the big 3. It's just big me. Xbox, mic drop. Listen, they can't do that, bro. The internet would go crazy.
Oh, yeah.
That would be crazy.
Oh,
that
my
would
God.
be crazy.
Even if it's just that beat, we already know what it's about. You know what I'm saying?
It's beef.
Yeah.
Yeah, you already know.
Boy, it'd be crazy.
That's the new Ether. It's not as hardcore as Ether, but it's the new. You know what?
Yeah, because it was only one verse. I can't wait for him to drop.
Yeah, for him to drop.
Drop an actual song.
On the clock.
He's on
the clock.
Yeah,
he definitely
Drake is putting stuff out.
He putting pressure on.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be crazy good. Before we wrap all this up, man, I just want to shout out 320 people watching right now. More than half is coming from Twitter, man. What's up, y'all? Big X, what's popping? And 135 here on YouTube. If you are rocking with us on YouTube, y'all been chatting it up and all that stuff. Y'all see a little button up there that says like or subscribe. Why don't y'all hit that? It helps out with the algorithm. That way we can get more people in here to join in on these wonderful conversations for the culture. You know what I'm saying? And then the views go up. We get money for views. It might be, $1.50 here. You know what I'm saying? Or $1, but it's for the kids, baby. It all adds up. You know what I'm saying? Slow-mo, backslap. Pleasure, my boy. What's up, man? But before we wrap it up, Lord Cognito, I have to ask you, because I ask everybody who comes up here, with somebody that wants to get into your line of work, you are the CEO of lordofgaming.net, Iron Lord Podcast, everything that all that encompasses, right? What advice would you give to the viewers if they wanted to be like Cog?
Well, first of all, shout out to y'all. This is super fun. I had a great time. Y'all killing that Longhouse, no doubt. I think for me is first, you got to be true to yourself first. So even though you like Cog, we want to hear your voice. We want to know what you bring to the table. And I think what it is, you got to show that passion. When we started, it was one of those things that like first maybe 10 to 15 episodes, wasn't nobody listening. Nobody rocking with us. And at that point, you do have that realization. And I think for us, and I shout the Attic on this, was like, but I still like doing this, though. I'm still having a good time. And I think you got to find out if it's for you, because you're going to put in work. It's a lot of work. There's a lot of grinding.
We have found that out.
Oh, bro, the work and the consistency. You know what I mean? So that's when you're going to find it. If you truly love this, you want to do it. And then after that, I would say, again, network with people you respect, shoot your shot. You see how you put that out there in the universe. Yo, we want that code for this. We want that. Put it in the universe. You'll be surprised. There are a lot of people who do listen. And if it's possible, one of the big advices I would give is if you could physically go to an event, it's one thing that's okay. Yeah, that's Supernova. Okay, that's BLAQQ Skeleton. But if I see it, the face to the name, that's a synergy. And it's like, okay, I met that dude. He was cool. Boom. That changed things. A lot of relationships is in person and going to events and showing, hey, passion for the culture. And I love what you guys are doing. Obviously, I saw the Zal, Boo on. That was fire. You know what I'm saying? Continue to build, continue to do that thing. And like I said, I think the thing is, look, we know how this algorithm is always going to be all over the place sometimes. We get that. But the main thing is, again, network, show passion for what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And be true to yourself. You got to be true. And I like you. I got your whole vibe. It's a thing in here. The bullhorns is going. Like, it was the same thing. Like, I remember that the best advice I gave is, I remember one time, I always tell a story. I was like, we got to get it. Like, it's the Lord of the Realms. Like, we trying to, you know what I mean? Like, we wanted to make it pop. And I remember doing intros. I'm not going to say the guest name. It was like one of our first big guests at the time. And then the comment section was like, yo, you cool, but don't be rocking with that one dude corny. I don't like what he doing, right? Kind of, and I took it hard. Oh. And I remember going back to the homies like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna do intros. They was like, Cog, is you crazy? We love that. Like, what are you talking about? So it showed me, stay true to yourself. So at that point, then I went extra. Introduce. I'm going, now you gonna know you in the realm. You know what I'm saying? And all that stuff helps translate, and all of it help us form our personality. We all got our distinct personalities, and that's what I think I love about it, and that's what I'm learning about you guys. You always got your personality, you got your vibe, you got great community. Keep doing what you're doing. Black Viking, we're gonna watch your Twitter, so you're gonna be beefing in the street, so we're gonna watch you.
I've been good, bro. Everybody keeps saying that.
I know it ain't Black History Month no more, but I'm gonna be on my MLK with you. We watching you.
I've been so good, bro. Like,
me and you talk behind the scenes, like, you know what I'm saying? I really appreciate you reaching out, and it's dope, man. I love this stuff. I would love for you guys, if possible, try to get to an event if you can.
We're going to PAX West, man. So we'll be there. You going?
Mm-hmm.
I know you went to East.
This year's crazy because I got East. I got the Xbox Showcase. Hopefully, if they do a fan fest or something, I got that going on. And then August is a wedding and one other thing. But I won't throw it out there like I won't, because it's still. Hey, if Xbox is listening, I'm gonna put it out in the universe. Xbox is listening.
Yeah.
Anyone's listening. Hey, if you guys want to fly someone out there, hey. We'll see what happens. I can't promise this year because normally we do West and East, but this year is a little crazy.
It's mad crazy this year.
But now salute to y'all, man. This was a lot of fun. The time flew by. I had a ball, man. This was a good time.
Thank you, man. And then I'm sure everybody in here already knows, but for the people that don't know, where can they find you?
Yeah, at Lord Cognito on Twitter. Every Sunday is the Lord's Day. I know what it is, 1 p.m. Eastern. Go catch my brother from another mother, Lord Addict. Shout out to my other brother, Sovereign. And of course, you already know who the Xbox Frontline, the king is. You already know it's crazy. It was lit last week. Appreciate the love there. Also, if you want to support independent games media from the ground up, teaching people how to get into games journalism, teaching people how to content create. So my man Ham Solo and a lot of people that's on lordsofgaming.net, please go support. The retweets of those articles means a lot. We homegrown, y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? People are really putting in the work and they're trying to make this a career, and it would really mean a lot. If you don't support me, listen, if you could retweet, go to the at lordsofgaming.net, the Twitter, and then really just promote those articles, because this is homegrown and we're doing our thing there. And of course, obviously, most people, all the people that know me, I do an Xbox centric podcast with Mr. Manny Plays. That's Defining Duke on LSM. If you want to support there, or you want to wait free fees, that's cool too. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man, much love. This was a lot of fun. And I like what y'all doing. I like the perspective, and y'all unique. And that's what I like. That's the best of. Be yourself. Don't catch a wave. Don't try to trend. Do you, and you good.
Well, if I was doing me, I'd be on Twitter being messy. But I've been holding off.
You can do that.
No, I'm making business decisions here. Okay.
But know what comes with it. That's what I always tell people. I don't want
Right.
to tell you to not be you. Just
Right,
always
right.
know what comes. And if you're willing for that smoke, hey, who's me to stop you? Just know
Right,
what
right.
That's all.
I've been making really great business decisions on Twitter. I've been listen. I've been holding these thumbs back sometimes.
You ready to bomb on people? I be seeing.
Sometimes I'll type it out just for therapy, and I'll just delete the whole thing, and it feels good, you know. So
yeah, you just gotta get it out.
Yeah, Nova, me and Nova on the same type of time because like sometimes I'm like, yo, these streets is crazy today, dudes. Every day I'm like, who's going at it with who? Is a diss track with this? Oh man, I can't keep up. Sometimes I gotta step away sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But it's all good. It's all fun.
That's great, man. Awesome, man. Well, thank you for being on, man, answering the call and then chat with me, you know what I'm saying, behind the scenes and stuff, man. I really appreciate you taking the time of day even just to respond back, bro. So I appreciate it. Yeah.
Love.
Cool. BLAQQ Skellington. Tell these folks where they can find you, man.
What up? You can find me. First of all, I want to say shout out to Cog. Thank you very much, man. You're one of them ones, man. I'll just keep it at that. You one of them ones. And if you know, you know. Thank you very much for coming on for sure.
Already know love.
Absolutely. But I'm BLAQQ SKELLINGTON. You can catch me streaming Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern time on Twitch and YouTube. And come check me out, man. Watch me catch some L's and some dubs. Hopefully no L's. But yes, check me. Thank you.
Nice.
Definitely.
Nova, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hey, y'all check out BLAQQ Skell. Listen, when he be getting clapped up, it'd be the funniest.
When he be winning, it'd be funny too.
Yeah, it'd be funny when he win too.
See what's going on.
Nova, go ahead and tell these fine folks where they can find you, man.
I go by Supernova. You can find me on Twitter. You know what I mean? Pretty easy. But other than that, man, thank you for coming through, Cog, man. Really appreciate it. Huge blessing for you to stop through. Dropping gems everywhere you could, man. For real. The whole entire thing. We're gonna have to discuss like which part to clip, man. Like you was dropping heat the whole episode. So you're gonna make our jobs a little bit harder in a good way. So we appreciate you, brother.
Much love.
But yeah, man. But as for chat, man, if y'all ain't made it outside this week yet, man, go get you some sun rays on that skin and drink you some water, man. Take care of yourself, love yourself, and call you a loved one or two this week. And that's it.
Cool, man. Scale Nova, y'all killed it today. Thank you guys so much. You guys always come prepared, bro. I love it.
Oh yeah, professional
Always,
here. A lot of professional. I wish my co-host would read the topics and do all. I'm like, this is a well-oiled machine over. I'm looking at my team like, you know, I was on Longhouse and they set up their own topic, and they was prepared. We all got our different formats. I'm messing with them. I love it.
No, y'all shit is Mount Rushmore, bro. I love it. For real. You guys can find me on Twitter, not being that messy anymore, but sometimes I will give out the occasional smoke when it's needed. Thank you guys, all the super chats. Still 300 people in here watching. Love you guys. Remember all the oh shit, hold on, I forgot one. Sappho blow.
Dang.
Sappho.
He said for the one time.
Blow one for the chat, Black Viking. No Diddy. Have a good night, chat and panel. See, the thing about these lips, they got to get paid.
Oh. That is fair. That is fair.
And $5 wasn't good enough. Even though I appreciate it, it's for the kids. But y'all know the rules. It's $20 and up. And these lips get to moving. You feel me? But thank you so much for the 5. 100%. All right. I think we out. Love you guys. Oh yeah, so we did this is twofold. You know that it's the date drop for Tales of Kanzera Zao, right? Fire game. We gave it a 9 out of 10 for our review. The video is up for the review. It's my first time doing any sort of editing, script reading, any of that shit. First time. And it took forever.
That's work.
But it looks fantastic, though.
It's really good.
Thank
solid.
you.
Really well done for sure.
Thank you. So y'all go watch that, man. Leave a comment, like, and then if you're really that interested, then we also have an interview with Mr. BLAQQ Salim, and that we had such a good time interviewing him. He's so down to earth, man. He was so fucking great, man. So shout out to him, man. Doing some good things for the culture. 100%.
All of you felt so natural when I watched that interview. It was just like he was just hanging with the homies and y'all were vibing and y'all the questions y'all had. I'm like, yo, y'all killed that. Y'all definitely very proud of that interview. I want to see brothers doing that, elevating. That's what I love to see, you know what I mean? Because we can all have fun and do that, but to do that, that means there's trust on their side to come on your platform and know they're gonna have a good time and know you guys were on it and prepared. Like, you have no idea what that does.
Yeah, that was
appreciate it.
That was crazy, and thank you, Cog. Those were really good words coming from you, man. Appreciate it.
Seriously.
Longhouse, y'all throw up the motherfucking set before we out, and it's gang all day in the chat. You feel me? So we gonna be out this motherfucker. See y'all Thursday. Delilah HD, that's right. See you Thursday.
Grown women,
listen. They gonna have. I don't know what it's gonna be called, but it's gonna be a blackout. You feel me? It's gonna be a motherfucking blackout this Thursday. We gonna party. You know what I'm saying? We gonna fucking party. It's gonna be so much fun, man. Can't wait to have y'all on. It's gonna get crazy, man. So much good stuff that we already know what we talk about. You know, a good chunk of it. So super nice, man. And thanks to everybody for stopping by. For sure. Anyway, motherfuckers, we out. Peace. Y'all know it don't stop there. I gotta throw up the set on them boys. Longhouse gaming all day, baby. That's what we do. Hey, yours is Iron Lords. We doing Longhouse, baby. It's the connect. You know what I'm saying? Baby.